Brodes Media.
What is going on? What happened to the baseball team that I love? Let's reflect back to Friday night when this series began. They didn't know how to execute a rundown. Major League Baseball, Bryce Harper couldn't execute a rundown. They did not show up to the ballpark with the sense of urgency. And you know what? Now that you see how all three games played out, I think it was telling. Yeah, Saturday was fun. A lot of home runs. Tyler Phillips, wicked cool story. Complete game shutout as a South Jersey kid. Now, as a Gloucester Catholic alum, it's not very often I'm willing to look at Bishop Eustace and say, congratulations for having a stud, and then we get to appreciate it. No. One of our biggest rivals. But, okay, I could understand how ridiculously cool that is, and I'm sure he didn't sleep at all and instead watched the highlights over and over again. Reality is, though, when you go to the park on Sunday following that 8-0 win and you're non-existent again, offensively speaking, outside of Kyle Schwarber lefty nukes of all things, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's starting to piss me off. Did they think, we got this? We're back in front of our home fans. And there's zero excuses for losing the series. And I want to point out two things in particular. Once again, going back to Friday night, Rob Drake behind the plate was trash. Absolute trash. But when you start the series off by not only not executing a rundown, but Trey Turner was throwing it into the dirt a billion times, I would like Bryce to scoop the damn ball because first basemen are allowed to do that. He then got caught going to his right on a ground ball where it was in that uncomfortable zone that he finds himself in once in a while. It made a tough play. No one gets over to first base. Here's Johan Rojas nonchalantly throwing the ball in from center field. Nobody's covering second base. These are stupid mistakes. This is fundamentals. And you'd think, after losing to Oakland, after losing to Pittsburgh, after losing to Minnesota, game one of this series, you'd have attitude about it. You try to make the statement instead of waiting for losing and then having some bounce back ability Saturday night just for it all to fall apart in front of your face. So I can't blame Rob Drake for a piss-poor strike zone Friday when you have first and third in the seventh inning with Trey Turner up for a chance to do something massive and you fail. It's on you. And I knew nothing about the kid that was throwing today. I don't know a damn thing about him. And I didn't know a damn thing about Cleveland's pitcher either, so it was somewhat even. It was an even playing field. Yeah, there's some bad juju right now because we can go through the list of horrible things that are happening. Ranger Suarez goes to the IL. And not only is he having back problems again, but it's the other side of his back. So I'm not sure if he was overcompensating, so he was trying to get through it, and then now he got himself in a worse position because the other side of his back is now causing all sorts of problems, or Jose Alvarado giving up his first home run to a lefty in over 2 years, and he's only allowed 4 total in his whole entire MLB career, and here I'm watching him give up the lead. Really, it was a tie game, so, it's not as if he gave up the lead technically, but that home run costed the Phillies the game. And 3 seconds before that swing, I said, it looks like Jose's back. I'm an idiot. They lost to Ben Lively. Ben frickin' Lively. You want more bad juju? Bryce Harper screaming the F-bomb at the top of his lungs because he just missed a home run Sunday afternoon, which would have been huge. And later on, pops up, maybe 10, 15 feet from the warning track, barely missing another. That was probably one of the most aggressive F-bombs I've heard. Good job by the mics picking that one up. We've been getting that a lot lately, which I guess you could say is troubling. I'm not cool with this. While I do think eventually they snap out of it to some level, this is what I have to watch on a game-by-game basis. Not enough offense. Pitching a concern. Dave Dombrowski made a move, acquiring Estevez from the Los Angeles Angels. And then I had to deal with idiots telling me that they paid too much. So let me get this straight for all you prospect huggers out there. They can't give up Miller. They can't give up Painter. They can't give up Justin Crawford. So then I'm sorry. You hear that, mucus? That's because you guys are making me throw up thinking about the way that your brain works. So if you can't use the 3 top prospects, so you dip into that middle tier prospect pool and you get angry about that one, then what can you use? What can you use? Tell me. You just want to sit on your hands? I'm out here demanding Dave to do more than just Austin Hayes and Estevez. Who's our lefty reliever outside of Matt Strahm? You don't have one. Tanner Scott, what up? I want more help in the outfield. Austin Hayes, fine, savvy move. I like it for what it is, but it's not good enough. I've watched a ton of baseball. Who was the hero for the Braves? Who was the hero when they went out there and snagged all those outfielders? Jock Peterson had some homers, and who else was it? Was there a man named Soler who did some damage? Okay, how about when the Red Sox went out and got Pierce? Do you think Pierce was significant? Now, you may be seeing Brodes. Well, you're kind of talking about the Tommy Phams of the world, and you're somewhat talking about that middling tier instead of the Luis Roberts or the Brent Rookers. And, yup, they did their job and more so and became heroes in their respected towns, which is special. But if you get someone better than those guys, your percentage goes up for that to be the case, for them to be the dogs, for them to explode and make a huge impact. If you get someone better than them, you have even a better chance for it to happen. The reason why I bring up those names in particular is you never know who it will be. So the fact that Rojas stinks out loud offensively and Brandon Marsh can't play against lefties right now, I demand upgrades because maybe it is our version of Pierce that needs to deliver. Maybe it is our version of Jock Peterson or our version of Soler. Anybody. Maybe it's, who was the other one? Dude, I'm having a huge brain fart. Braves outfielders for World Series. Dude, I'm missing A huge one. A crazy huge one. Come on. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? It's coming to me. Duval? Rosario. Jeez. Rosario. I knew something didn't sound right. Eddie Rosario as well. Go get better players. Now. I need something different. Because what I'm seeing is clowns beating you. It's a joke.